What's good, everybody? Rhetorical question, life. Welcome to my channel. My name is Heavy Bree, and this is your 400th or however many time on my channel. Welcome back. Real quick, I wanted to tell you guys just about how good life is. You know, how great and how beautiful life can be when you are debt free, when you don't have to worry about where your next meal is going to come from. You don't have to worry about a credit card bill or a high interest payment bill or having to do stuff that you don't care about, like working a job that you don't like, or just not worrying, or if you do have a job and you don't really like it, not having to worry about, if I worry about getting fired and all that stuff. I have been debt free for about 9 years now. My last major expense was my car, my beloved Lupita. She was a black beauty, just like Lupita and Yogo. And I lost that car back in 2023. Somebody ran into it, and it got totaled. And but I don't want to. But I don't want to bring up old wounds. That's a story for another video. But yeah. But since 2017, I have been debt free. I have no debts. I have no major financial commitments. I just live. I live wherever I want. I go wherever I want. I do whatever I want, and it's amazing, man. It's beautiful, when you can just do whatever you want and everything. And the reason, I have a job now, and it's a good paying job, but if I wanted to quit it to do something else, I'd be okay with that, because I have what you may have heard of as, okay, I don't want to call it fuck you money, but I have a fuck you fund. And the fuck you fund is when you have enough cash or enough finances to hey, no, yeah, my friend's over here pointing. I don't know what she's saying, but it's whatever. Listen, sorry, I got distracted. But I have this thing called a fuck you fund, and the way the fuck you fund works is when you have enough money in your bank account to cover your basic needs and necessities for an entire year. When I was 28, I did this thing where I made a list of everything that I need in order to stay afloat and not have to worry about working. Like how long I could go work without working for an entire year. And when I saw how much money that was at my job, the job I had before, I was in the military for about 9 years. I had a decent chunk of money saved up when I was in. So when it was time to re-up, I just, I got out because, I wasn't really, it wasn't working out for me. So I just got out, and and most people, they stay in because they have financial commitments. They have families, they have a house, they have a spouse, they have alimony payments, they have child support payments, they have other extravagant. They're financing a very expensive lifestyle. My lifestyle is not expensive at all. And depending on what kind of lifestyle you live, and how you're depending on how you're living and everything, you're gonna end up financing a lot. Because most of us out here are financing a lifestyle. We're in debt. We have a lot of money because we're trying to finance a lifestyle that doesn't agree with our pockets or with our finances. If you don't have that, then you should be good. You shouldn't worry about losing your job or going into debt if you have a lifestyle that doesn't exceed your your earning potential. Okay, but I've been rambling on for too long. Let me just get straight to it, okay? A fuck you fund is basically your monthly expenses, your monthly necessities and expenses. You add up all your monthly, how much money you need to eat, how much money you need to pay for your cell phone bill, how much money you need to live. You take all of that money, all those expenses, you add them together, and then you multiply it by 12. So, and I mean necessities, I mean like, hygiene products. Like, how much money do you spend on food a day? How much money do you spend on, your cell phone bill every month? Basic stuff, things, basic stuff that you need in order to just live your day-to-day life without living a comfortable existence. So when I did mine and I added all that money together, like, I saw how much money I had in the bank, and I was like, okay, you know what? I can leave this job now and go do something else. Now, some of you are probably going to be adverse to this because you're like, oh, well, what about your 401k? Or, oh, well, what about your health insurance? Oh, well, what about dental insurance? You can pay for all that stuff out of pocket, okay? You can pay for your medical bills, and your medical insurance, your dental insurance, all that stuff can be paid. There are plenty of plans, affordable plans. I mean, it's probably not the best healthcare, but you got plenty of affordable plans that can, let you, because your job, how much your job is charged, because all that stuff is already coming out of your check anyway. So you can look at what healthcare plan your job is using and how much they're paying, that they're taking out of your check for medical, and then you can just find that, and then you can just pay for that dental and that health insurance on your own. You just take that, you add it into your fuck you fund, and then that's how you can just cover your medical expenses, your medical insurance for the year. Because that's what I did. I saw how much medical insurance cost, how much dental insurance cost, added all that together into my fuck you fund, and and I was good, So yeah, man, because once you have a fuck you fund, and you don't have to worry about paying just going to a job or a place that you don't really like for a living, it's a beautiful feeling. And they don't tell a lot of people this, man. They don't tell people this in school. They don't tell them this because most of the time, most people don't even know this, because most people are just copying or following what their parents did, what their friends are doing, and what other people are doing. Most of us are followers, and there's nothing wrong with following somebody. You just have to follow people who are in or living a life that you desire. I mean, you don't even have to listen to me, okay? I mean, because I live carefree, I do as I please, but you don't have to follow me and do as I do. But if you want to be happy and you want to be less stressed out and not go into a job that you hate, or worry about a bunch of stuff, paying off a bunch of stuff that you never really even wanted in the first place, then you gotta create a fuck you fund. Now, once again, the fuck you fund isn't fuck you money, because that's just so you have so much money that you don't even gotta worry about money. That's fuck you money. A fuck you fund is where you don't have to worry about not working for at least a year or more. Okay, if possible, if you look at your funds and all you need is $26,000 to live, that includes living expenses and other stuff, then then you're good. But if you like, or if you have someone that you live with, or someone you can move in with, who has the same, or if you have somebody who you live with who is cool with you crashing on their couch, or you have like family members or your parents who are cool with you coming back home to stay with them, but you take care of, like, the grocery bill or the Wi-Fi bill, or you help out around the house and everything, then that's also ideal, But yeah, man, like, if you want to be free and go after what you really want to go after, bro, consider creating a fuck you fund. It's real simple. All you gotta do is just take everything that you spend money on, that you need, things that you need, hygiene products, food, your cell phone bill, necessities. You add them all together, multiply that number by 12. That's how you do it. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. I gotta go right now because my phone's about to die. I appreciate every single last one of you. I hope all of you guys achieve whatever goal or whatever you're trying to accomplish in this year and beyond. And I hope you guys all have a great day. Peace and blessings. Have a prosperous day.